Hey there everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my first ink swatches from my first samples from Vanness 1938. I will be using these Wearingeul ink droplets, and yeah, so the first one that is in here, I'm using a sterling ink grid notebook, by the way. But the first one here, the Diamine Red Dragon, that's already in there, I got that from Amazon. I actually have a bottle of that, so I got that with my first ink pens. But the ones from Vanness starts with the gingerbread, which I am using in my, I believe it's my black matte Jinhao 10. And I didn't think I would like the brown color so much, but it actually became like my second favorite after the Red Dragon. So yeah, this is my first ink swatches and I had a lot of fun doing this. I wanted to do this, do it as a voiceover because I just wanted to take my time with doing this for the first time, you know, because talking and trying to do stuff at the same time doesn't really work out for me. So what I used here is I use a little eyedropper thing, and then I have this glass pen that I also got from Amazon, and I just use the back of it to swirl it. I only do this for a couple of them because it just, I didn't, if you can see like the darker lines, I didn't like how that looked, how it dried. So yeah, I only do it for a couple of them. I think I did that with the Red Dragon too, if I'm not mistaken, but you can't really see the kind of like a scratch line in that so much as you can in this gingerbread. And by the way, like, this is my first glass pen and it was so hard for me to get used to like writing with this thing. Yeah, but towards the end I started getting a little bit more comfortable with it. I just had to get like a better grip with it. It's really scratchy. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but like I said, eventually I end up getting used to it. So the way that I'm doing this is I'm gonna put two swatches on each page. Yeah, I should have glued this on before I put ink on there, but I'm going to alternate it on each page, so if it does bleed through, like when I do the little swirls or the writing or anything like that, it's going to be covered on the other side with the card. So I'm glad that I came up with this way. I was going to do one per page, but in the sterling ink notebook it actually only has like, I want to say like 64 pages in here, and so not only do I want to do like with these swatch cards, but I also want to do like the currently inked for each month, so that would take up probably a whole page because I don't plan on writing on the back of that. I'm not going to use swatch cards for that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I will be doing a May currently ink because I have four pens that I'm using right now. I am so happy that I seen someone use the little scotch tape thing to hold the ink because honestly, I'm a clumsy person and I would have had ink all over the place. I don't really mind having like a few drops on my little desk mat or anything like that, but I could just see myself just spilling the whole bottle because I would forget that the ink was on the table and I didn't close the bottle. So if you need a little ink holder, there's a trick for you right there. Okay, so I let that dry a little bit and we are on to the next ink. I believe there's 7 of these total, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though. So here's where I got smart and I decided to just use my little tape runner and go ahead and put the cards down beforehand. See, if I was like actually talking while I was doing this video, I probably wouldn't have thought of that, to be honest with you. Okay, so for this next one, I can't remember which one it was. I didn't show the name of it. I think it's a purple one. I think it's Noodlers 1984, if I'm not mistaken. It didn't have like a name, it just said 1984. So I guess that's what it's called. This might be the last one that I actually used the back of this dip pen. And then I switch it up and use something else. So I've heard a lot of people say Noodlers, like it takes a long time to dry. I haven't used this ink in a pen yet, so I'm really curious about that, but I really do love this deep purple. Purple's probably like my second favorite color. My favorite colors are actually red, black, and silver, but I like them grouped together. I don't say them like singularly. I just like that combo together, so I just count that as one. But purple is definitely behind that, and I do like the deeper shade of this purple. But I don't like the swatch of this because, like I said before, of the scratchiness that you can see. Yeah, now I remember having like a hard time writing with this one too. I was like, I thought it was supposed to be wetter than this, but it tended to dry out. Or maybe I was just holding the pen wrong. Like I said, I'm not very good with this this glass pen. Up next, this is by far my favorite ink. This is the Troublemakers. Is it Simoun? I'm not really quite sure how to say it. I tried to look it up, and a lot of people are confused with how to say it also. So let me know down below how you say it. But yeah, this color is just lovely. It is, I didn't expect to like it as much. Like when I saw it online, I was like, ooh, I kind of want to try that. That might be something I'm interested in. But after I like did the swirls in this, I was like, yep, this is the one. This is the one. I'm kind of upset I still did the back end of this glass dip pen. With this color, I was thinking about going ahead and making another swatch card for it. I don't know, it might make a difference, it might not. I probably will. Actually, I might do that. I might make another swatch card for it. I might just put both of them in there, have it like tipped in or something like that, because I really want the sheen to show up very well. It did so on the little swirl line that I do. So, and you can see it also when I write with it. I was trying to add more ink and stuff on this droplet to see if that would help it a little bit more, to come out a little bit more. It didn't so much, but like I said, you can see it more as I write and do my little squiggly line. People say it's like a red sheen. I say pink. um, but yeah, it's really lovely. I really like it. And I'm not like a pinkish type person. I do like blue, but it's got to be like something like this where it's kind of like almost a royal blue, but just those two colors popping out together is just like, I don't know, it's just my vibe. So yeah, I had to do another swirl because I didn't have enough ink on that one, and I wanted to show off how beautiful it is, and I'm so glad I did that because that second swirl just popped automatically. It was just melts my heart. It really does. It's safe to say that I went ahead and bought a bottle of this the next day, so I'm really excited about that. I tried to add more ink to see if that would help, but it kind of did, kind of didn't. So the next one is Robert Oster Flaming Blue. We got another blue in here. I think this is where, yep. So I ended up using the eyedropper, and then I started using a different utensil. We're using a plastic spoon to smooth it out a little bit better. And this worked out so nicely. I'm so glad that I had, my cat's calling me. She's giving me her toy. I'm so glad that I had thought about this. So I'm definitely going to use the spoon for the ink droplets because it smears it out really. It spreads it out really nice. And I like how you only need like just one little drop, you know, to spread it out. I was thinking about using cotton swabs because I have those on hand, but I don't like the idea of using that with the samples because I feel like the cotton swabs would have to soak up a lot of ink, and I also don't want to use cotton swabs because I feel like it might kind of get into the sample bottles, you know, like I think there's certain ones where there's certain cotton swabs where they're wrapped a little bit more. They're not so loose and they don't, they're not as stringy. But yeah, I just feel like a cotton swab would use too much ink, and I want to keep the ink for the pens, you know. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this little box thing that I'm doing here. It kind of doesn't show me that much, you know. Like even with the Simoun, it didn't really show off the sheen of that. But this is a nice blue. It's not my favorite or anything like that, but it's it's doable. I can't remember how exactly I ended up picking these colors. I know I had like went through all the pages and did a wish list and stuff like that, and I think I just randomly kind of picked some stuff. There's only a couple, like the next one that I do, that I knew that I had to have. I knew I wanted to try another red, even though Red Dragon, Diamine Red Dragon's my favorite. I knew I wanted a purple, and once I saw Simoun, I was like, I want to try that out. But yeah, there's some, like, there's a gray that's gonna be coming up. I think I wanted something that kind of was like the theme of black, red, and silver for me. But I didn't get a black though. I wanted to try the, what is it, platinum carbon or something like that. I want to try that, so maybe I'll get that soon. Now this one, the Diamine Pumpkin, this is one where it's just like I have to have it. I seen this on Amazon when I was trying to figure out what red I wanted to get for my fountain pens, when I was ordering my fountain pens, because I knew I wanted to get, I don't think I knew about samples yet. I knew I wanted to get some ink right away, and I had seen this orange, this pumpkin. First off, pumpkin is like my favorite thing in the world. I don't like pumpkin pie, but I love pumpkin everything else. I love pumpkin ice cream, pumpkin cookies, pumpkin bread, pumpkin coffee, you know, like I adore pumpkin. But seeing this orange, I was just like, I gotta have it. I don't even like orange like that. But there's just something about this orange, and then plus it's called pumpkin. I was just like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try this. So I didn't want to get a bottle of it off of Amazon. I was gonna wait on that, but then I found out about samples and I decided to do that. Now on this swatch, it kind of gets messed up. I was trying to look at it while I was editing it where it happened at, and it kind of happens here, but as you can see on the ink drop, like in the center, kind of, it has like that darker dot. I don't know where that came from, but you'll see it on the edges also. Like as it's drying, it's kind of like a darkness. I was like, what is that from? But I think it's from the spoon, actually. I think I might have had some of the previous ink on there. I didn't dip it in the water enough, or I didn't dry it off enough or something on the paper towel that I had. See, that's where I noticed it. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Because it just looks icky. You know, like I was kind of upset about that. I almost did another card for this one, but I didn't. I just kept it. But yeah, I really don't like that because it kind of almost looks like moldy to me. But I don't think it's from the sample. I really think it's from the card. And I try to like take a paper towel and try to get it off. But here you see the sheen and the Simoun. I was so excited. This is where I was just like, yep, I'm getting a bottle of this. So now we're to another red, and this is Poinsettia, I want to say. I know it has a TIA at the end. Yeah, this is a beautiful red. This reminds me of like a scarlet red in a way. I do tend to like deeper reds, like the Red Dragon, but this one, it came out really nice. I'm not mad at this red at all. Would I get a bottle of it? I'm not sure. Is this Diamine? I can't remember if this is Diamine or not. I almost want to say yes, but I'll see when I write. But yeah, I really do enjoy this red. It's not too bright, and it is a lot brighter than I normally like, but it's not that bad. It writes pretty nice. I was thinking about I actually have Red Dragon in my red and silver Jinhao 10, and I was thinking about adding this to it. Um, but I ended up putting more Red Dragon in it because I just really enjoy it. So probably for the month of June, I might try this one out and see how it goes. Because I was thinking of doing like my favorite colors for the month of June, which is my birthday month. So I'll do like a red and then like a silver, but honestly, I don't have like a gray or a silver that I'm really attached to right now. I do have a sample pack from Goulet Pens coming, or that's in, I actually have it in. Yeah, this is Diamine. I don't remember if there's like a gray or anything in there. I don't think so. But I think I'll just do whatever I want. I'll probably have this one, and then I'll probably have Simoun again, and I'm not sure what else is in there. Maybe the purple, maybe the 1984. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, here we have Wearingeul Macbeth, and this is the gray one that I have in my... Is it my silver? I think it's in my silver Jinhao 10. It's all right. It's not bad. It's just kind of... I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard to express how I feel about this. I don't know. It's all right. It's all right. That's all I have to say about it. It's all right. I wish there was more to it, but at the same time, when I did this swatch, I didn't know that it had, I guess it would be shading, that it turns into like a lighter color. And so I'm glad I'm starting this ink journal because I can actually see more of what the inks can do and whatnot, because I would have never known about this ink if I didn't do a swatch of this. As you can see on the left hand bottom side of that ink droplet, like how it's getting lighter and stuff like that. Yeah, I really like that, but you can see it more in the little swirl that I do, so it gets some added points for that. And I believe this is the last one. This is the Deatramentis Document Black Blue ink. I'm not quite sure what the document means. If you know, write that down below. But I think it's more like it's like a permanent ink, if I'm not mistaken. I did notice that this one is like, I don't know, it kind of scared me a little bit, but it dried like super quick, like as you can see right there. Yeah, usually I can get away with just doing one drop and then I put too much right there. But yeah, it just, I don't know, it spread out very different like that. It really went into that swatch. It made me nervous. I was just like, ooh, I do not need to get this on my desk. But this kind of reminds me of the Macbeth. It's what it is. I don't know why I got this, to be honest with you, but maybe just to try like what the document is. Does what it does. So, and I made sure to write document on there so I can just note that for myself. I do like I think I might like this better than the Wearingeul Macbeth one, to be honest with you. I like the blue tint to it. It's a nice little mixture. I feel like you can see it a little bit better than you can with the Macbeth when I write with the Macbeth. So maybe I might give this one a go next month, but we'll see. We'll see. So there you have it. Those are my first swatches in my first ink journal, and I am so excited about this journey. Like, literally, this stuff makes me so happy. Like, just watching videos and learning about the pens and all the different colors of inks there are, and I really enjoy that there's like little samples available, so that way you get to experiment with a whole bunch of inks and everything. So I hope you enjoy this, and if you like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.